morning. This is Venkatesh from Profitable Trading. Okay, it's a nice day, 24th August 2021, until 2 days for expiry for this August month expiry. And market is expected to have a gap up opening today. And let us see the pre-market conditions. Pre-market conditions. Currently, market Nifty at 16,496, and Bank Nifty is at 35,124. So the gap up opening is expected today. Nifty is indicating something about 100 points gap up, and will the same will be replicated here or not? We need to just wait and watch. So in the meantime, let us make our daily charts ready. We are with Nifty and Bank Nifty, and this is the previous day high. We will mark that. Okay, and this is the previous day low. Let us mark that. Okay, now the chart is ready, and we'll save it. And once the market opens, we'll see where it's getting open, and we can see where are there any support and resistance over there. And coming to Nifty, yes, and this is the previous day opening high, and this is the this is trying to cross, and this might be this thing. Okay, now chart is ready. So the trial stop loss, this we will keep it on the upper side. Today it will be downwards, the downside will be okay. I will understand that. And okay, the chart is ready now. People may be thinking that why this guy is only marking previous day high, previous day low. Nothing other than that. Not necessary for a price action trading. நம்ம இங்கே உட்காரும்போது காலையில் உட்காரும்போது எந்த வித எதிர்பார்ப்பும் இல்லாமல் வந்து உட்கார்றோம். இதுக்கு அடுத்த ட்ரேடு. ஓகே, வெல் அண்ட் குட். ஸோ ப்ரீ மார்க்கெட் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. கரண்ட்லி அட் 16,500 levels, and so if it is going to be a gap up opening, then it is a good chance for us to sell the higher levels. So 36,000 at September expiry. See what will be there. It is 451 run. It's good, and let's check the funds position. Okay, position is okay. So if you sell some 100 points, yeah, so it needs, so it is okay. Good morning, Managaram Swami. So it's a gap up opening today, and there is an 100 points gap up opening expected as far as just Nifty. So what we are thinking, since expiry is near. So we'll have a September 2021 expiry, 36,000 CE. Thinking of selling it off. So my expectation is when gap up opening happens, there may be a profit booking. So profit booking in the sense some 100 points down. So that levels we can catch. This expiry there is hardly any premium. So we are trying for September expiry. The premium levels currently at 451.90. Let us see after gap opening how much it comes. So it's 9:05 a.m. and another 3 minutes for pre-market to close. Then the settlement will happen and all those things, and by 9:12 the complete scenario of free market is complete. Then there is a gap of 3 minutes for for the NSE to open it, and 9:15 the bell rings. It's called the morning bell, and the sounds is very good. It sounds very good. Morning bells. So okay, so levels we need to watch today. Today expected after a big gap up, expectation is that some sell off, and at the sell off position market may consolidate. Market are nowadays becoming too volatile. Monthly expiry is expected like that only. Bank Nifty VCPR, that's a good question. Let us see. August 20th is a VCPR. Above that, below that, is there any VCPR? Let's have a look. No. So wait, only top level there is a VCPR. So if the market is getting opened, that level is too much for this expiry that is not expected. Option chain, when we go for binding and unbinding data, the open interest for Nifty, we have a huge unwinding in 16,400, and 16,400 there is an unwinding. So downside there are more unwindings, and call side there is more additions in the range of, for every 100 points there is an addition in the call point. So market is not expected to go up in the up direction. The market is expected to go to the down direction. So coming to Bank Nifty levels, okay, it is equally positioned. There is not much unwinding. 35,000 there is a good support, and 35,200. There is a good resistance. Very good resistance in 35,200. So market is expected to be in that range. So let's come to the pre-market session, whether it's complete or not. It's complete now. Pre-market is 16,561 for the case of Nifty, and Bank Nifty is 35,200. 35,200 is a decent gap up. So I think then there will not be much of selling. Let the market open and we'll start our daily activities. So let us also open and see our preparation levels. So if we analyze it by 9:10 a.m., if the market is at 35,200, then okay, 9,900. So there is a slight reduction. If in the case of 35,000 CE, yes, the reduction increases, and the PE is supporting, and 36,000 CE also it's supporting, and that's in a good mode. So only this is in the problem. So no problem, we can manage. Okay, let's go to the questions. Notice almost 1,000 rupees down. Okay, well and good. So 35,200 is the levels. So above that there is no other hurdles. So not much gap up. Might be market will go to that level and come back. So that kind of expectation is there. Definitely a sell-off is there today. In that case, so the high and low is already marked. So opening is also between. Good morning, Vidya Shagar Ganesh. Hope Bangalore climate is good. So market is opening between that, the range. Okay, now we are set for the market. 9:12. It is the Nifty has settled the pre-market at 16,561, and Bank Nifty has settled at 35,200, and it's a lovely Tuesday, 24th August 2021, and August month expiry is expected in 2 days. Yes, it's on Thursday, and market is expected to be flat. Although there is a small gap up opening, but the market is expected to be flat due to expiry reasons, and there may be volatility. Volatility is also expected. So during the opening session, our expiry positions are Nifty likely to be in 16,450. And the case of Bank Nifty, yes, it is 3,500. So 35,200 means a bearish market expected. So there might be some 50-60 point sell off and the starting. 9:14, we are ready for the market. Let the market begin. It's Nifty. 35,124 to 35,200 is nothing but some 76 points. That is not a big gap up. But in the case of Nifty, 561 and 496 is again 165 points. That is also not a big gap up. Might be the pre-market levels in SGX Nifty, Singapore Nifty might have gone through some profit booking. So the latest levels would have emerged here for starting. Yes, market starting with the green candle, positive. If you see the CPR in Nifty, it is very, 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 very thin. It is not narrow, it's a thin CPR. So directional moves expected in Nifty. In Bank Nifty also it is thin CPR. Maybe we can expect some directional move. But which direction, we can come to a conclusion only after 3 candles, 3 full candles. Normally we use 5-minute time frame, and 5-minute time frame, 3 candles means 9:30. 9:30 market will give a clear indication of the direction. According to the direction, we may proceed with our trades. It's not necessary daily we need to take a trade. If you look for the maximum highest probability, then we can enter the trade. There is no good trade, bad trade. There is no good entry point, bad entry point. It is high probable entry and high probable exit. HDFC opening at previous day's high, and Nifty taking resistance at previous day high. Bank Nifty is also taking resistance at the, we can say R1. R1 is giving this. Yesterday's R1 is giving resistance. Today's R1 is placed exactly at yesterday's PDH. Let us see what the candles make. Today's CPR will not be considered. This is a CPR, just a point. Means in a thin CPR, narrow CPR, not a narrow CPR, thin CPR. The volatility will be there. After seeing the CPR, we can understand. Crossing CPR is easy. So let us see Big Daddy. Big Daddy near CPR, taking support at CPR. Okay, well and good. So our HDFC twins, one at PDH and another one at another one is bleeding, but it's taking a good support. Okay, what about my dear ICICI? It is above CPR, taking support. Axis. Oh, Axis is bleeding. So coming to the great State Bank of India, it's above CPR, some support is there. Let us watch market actions for next 15 minutes. then we can have a trade accordingly. I think the recent SEBI rules of increasing the margin to 100% has really affected many of the retail traders, and some kind of small agitation movement is going on. I am getting some YouTube messages of boycotting trading and all those things. I don't know how much these guys are going to really participate in that. But market as usual opened, and as usual trying to take the CPR support, but today there is no CPR. So expected range is very simple. So after third candle, we can understand whether the market would be in sideways or this way, any directional trade. In the first, after completion of the first candle, our positions are brighter, stronger. It's good. So any change in levels? No, the same in Bank Nifty, and Nifty. Currently the PCR is 1, and expected expiry at 16,450, and the ATM highway is almost plus 2.2%. That is 14.3, and IB percentage is something about 24% in Nifty. Coming to my dear rowdy baby Bank Nifty, rowdy baby is expected to expire at 3,500. ATM IB is plus 4.3, and IB percentage is 23. The PCR ratio is 0.68. Suddenly I have given a name to Bank Nifty, Rowdy Baby. It's a good name. I think the range will be almost narrow, or there might be a directional run up to some 100 or 150 points upside from these levels, and from there the selling might come. But sitting in market with the predetermined concept is always a bad thing. So let us watch what market is doing. According to the market scenario and actions, we can go for a trade. Nifty, yes, it's the first range as we have got it on the upper side. So when Nifty breaks 16,584 or 16,600, then we could go for a long trade, but the lower limit still not freezed. The same way in Bank Nifty, if it is breaking 35,300, it's good for a long run, but I doubt though whether today it will be breaking or not. Any one-sided directional move can be expected only after this expiry. This current levels of Bank Nifty is something in the range of 3,500, and September month the expectation of is increasing. So I think market will have a minimum 1,500 points bull run per day, something about 600, and the next day something about 750, and some profit booking, and it will come and settle at 36,000. That's what the expectation level for the September. But that will happen immediately after this expiry, that is this Friday. Yes, we don't know, but normally after monthly expiries, the next day Friday being a calm market, that was the expectation level. Now we need to watch. For the past 15 months, Nifty has uh, made a huge bull run from 7,500 to 16,700. But if you note it, in between it has not corrected uh, more than 2 to 3%. So people expect some corrections at the level of 8% to 10%. That expectation is also there in the market. So if you are a seller or someone in that seller range and the writing range, my recommendation is to sell in deep out of the money, basically keeping something about from spot 10%. So third candle in making. So expected today's range, and this range is broken. Yes, a beautiful one side move can happen, but it should break. Since expiry is very near, that is between expiry day and today, there is only one day. The premium decay will be very much on the higher side, and those who are taking a option buy, that is call buy or put buy, I would recommend to go for the next expiry, because this expiry there is a possibility of premium shrinkage, and you may end up in some kind of tricky situation. The only issue with the next expiry is very simple, that the premiums, the margin money which you are going to spend is going to be more, but the levels at current levels might be less. That is the thinking way, but it is always safer to be safe. So market after third candle, fourth candle in progress, but it is in the first 15 minutes range. In this range, we cannot expect any trade, no entry in zone. So let us wait for some more time for the market signals to get an entry. If this candle is going to get rejection levels, then my idea is to sell upper levels in upper calls in Bank Nifty, but not in this expiry. It's in September expiry. So another 30 seconds, we'll take a decision and we'll proceed with the selling activity, because certain markets require selling, certain markets require buying. When it's going to be expectation is between the range and expiry is near, it's better to sell market. $34,000 PE and 37,000 CE. If you take an opportunity for the upcoming, this thing will be better, I think so. For upcoming expiry. The meanwhile, let me calculate a small calculation. I'll just be back. From current levels, if you think of a 10% volatility, so 35,200 minus 10%. Okay, it's come to 31,680. And that is 35,200 plus 10%. It's come to 38,720. So I think that is 7,000. With 32,000 will be better. Let us watch for those activities. So the meanwhile the market is still there, no issues. Market is still there. Okay. So until this box range is reached, there is no trade today in Bank Nifty. Same way in this. Kindly note the CPR is thin CPR, so crossing CPR will not be a hurdle. So there is a possibility of this directional move. Here also the possibility of this directional move. It will be there, and let us wait for market action. Unless the candlesticks gives the correct signals, we cannot make an entry inside the market. So this is the levels. Sorry, I was busy with my interaction trade. Okay, marked of 35 to 115. C, and it might be selling for 32,000. It is for 50. Then it is for selling. Okay, it's going to be at another market in the same sideways range, and let's see if Nifty or Bank Nifty is trying to go down, or we can take a thing. So the current levels, simply we can mark like this in the Nifty. If Nifty is trying to close a candle at 15 16 527 or 527 and 510 is 17 points. So if candle is getting close to below 16,500, yes, we can go for a sell. Go for a sell. In the case of Bank Nifty, if the candle closes below 126, yes, we can go for a sell. This is the correct level of understanding with the market. Buy trade, my hope is kindly avoid today. There is not much probability of both Nifty and Bank Nifty going on the higher side. So the streaming is excellent, I think so. Streaming, there is no problem. I'm just cross-checking the streaming levels. Okay, finish checking, and is working fine, and the lag is not there. Lag is only 2.3 seconds. 3 seconds we can say. Okay. Thanks to the modern technology which always supports. Oh, max fine has changed to 35,200. That's good. Nifty 16,500. Okay, so market is trying to settle in an area. So today's levels we just mark it down. So is coming in the range of 175, 130. days. So it and so in the case of 38, so this is the levels currently, and when Bank Nifty is currently under the support of 80 MA and Nifty also under the support of 80 MA. Today the expiry is near, that is Thursday's expiry. So today I think market will be in some range bound only, and it will be very difficult to have an entry. That is what the understanding after 7th candle. So morning 15 minutes range we are marked in the yellow box, and if that is breached, then only trade today. If it is not breached, no trade. In the case of Nifty, in the case of Bank Nifty, yes, the same. Sometimes no trade is really a good trade, because unnecessarily entering into a wrong position will lead you many troubles. Saving capital is our first target, and that is more important and need of the day. If today market is not allowing a trade, no problem, we will wait. Market will be there today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, yes, it will be there. But if your capital is there, yes, you are there. Otherwise, you are not there in the market. Kindly think of that and take a decision. When the levels come, yes, we can enter. When the levels is not there, we need to wait. Patience is the key for market. If you wait patiently, maybe 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, we can get one good entry. Current expiry levels at Bank Nifty is 35,200 and Bank Nifty is at 35,154. And current expiry expectation at Nifty is 16,500 and currently Nifty at 16,530. So you can understand, only the expiry volatilities can move up and down, but the directional move is, I think it will not be there today. Directional move in any direction. If you are a seller, obviously you can sell anything above 16,700 in Nifty for this expiry, next expiry, even September first week expiry, no problem, no issues. In the case of Bank Nifty, be cautious, because the expectation in September that Bank Nifty will touch 36,000. So our recommendation for Bank Nifty, if you want to sell anything above 36,000. I repeat, it's 36,000, not 35,000, 36,000. Cease. premium eating, that is premium shrinkage is happening. Is Nifty leading for a trade? Is that going to be an entry? Bank Nifty also at the same time crossing CPR. Nifty is nearing CPR. The small CPR also are tiny, thin, whatever we may call. This is also giving support. That is the power of CPR. I thought it will be easy for Bank Nifty or Nifty to breach this small CPR, but it is taking support from there and re-entering the range bound zone. That is what I was telling in the earlier morning. It will be very difficult for us to find an entry today. So it is almost 150 to 15,000 spending over there, and that is 30,000 rupees total, 45,000 rupees still alive. for this expire. 1 days more, but you don't touch that area. No, it is not going anywhere. So at level, this market will remain in this range for some more time, and I take this opportunity for a short break. I'm back. So let us check the messages. Market in the mode to go up more. Good morning, Heartbeats. The levels, Bank Nifty is holding Nifty to move on. So Bank Nifty supports, we can see some 100 points, 50 points in Nifty. 50 points is somewhere up to this, but the levels are hold. Bank Nifty expiry levels have changed to 35,200. It is in bullish mode right now, and Nifty, it is in same level 16,500. But Nifty is trying to go bearish, but the supports are there. Heartbeats, Nifty is going bearish. Heartbeats, I don't think so, because 16,500 is a very good support, and breaking 16,500 is difficult. And what about on the upper side? What happens? There are many calls sold, expecting this August expiry, and for each 100 points, the selling level is more. So breaking those resistance and moving up is also a bit uncomfortable situation for Nifty. So expected Nifty to be in the range only, but there might be some volatility movements on both sides, which will definitely hit our SLs, and maybe if you are an option trader, and if you are in a buy of a call or a put, your premium shrinkage will not allow you to make profits, because big candles to make is not in this probability, because option trader, buyer particularly, gets money when there is a shift one side direction, but that movement cannot be expected today. Morning there was a crossover between 8 and 20, and now also there is a crossover between 8 and 20. Let us see if this levels is going to be persistent. Unless, as I marked in the screen, unless the yellow box is not breached, my request is not to enter any trade, because if you are a scalper, then these levels will definitely help, because from this point it will go up, and from that point it will come down. So unless today's high and today's low is breached, directional traders can avoid trading. But apart from this, if you are trading, that is your own wish. So in the case of Nifty, it has made a new low of taking CPR as a support, as a new low. It is, to be very frank, it's not a narrow CPR, it's a thin CPR. But for scalpers, I think they can have a better view and grab some 5-6 points immediately with a huge quantity. Yes, Ultra Cement 7400 CE. What? Ultra Cement. Let us check the levels. Ultratech Cement. CPR breakout. So there's a possibility of getting. But kindly understand, in the CPR breakout, there should not be any left candles. If the left candles is there, then the risk is 50-50. You may think that it is a retesting and coming out, breaking the levels. But what if it is again going in back? Ultratech Cement. The entry would have been better if it has breached these levels, but already you have taken entry. Wait. I think market is going in your direction. Let's wait. People understand CPR levels, but they don't understand the minute microbiologies of CPR. CPR will definitely will give you good results, but the results will be 100% successful if you completely understand CPR. CPR will indicate each and every levels in the chart itself. Bank Nifty is having a bull run, two back-to-back good candles. Nifty following. Wow, what a breakout from our levels. Can we call it as a breakout, and or it's going to be a volatility move? We need to watch. Bank Nifty making a high of 307 and 3010 is really good, and it is nearing the PDH, but it's a very big candle. Back to back as a big candle. The entry at this point is difficult. $300 is a resistance level. Bank Nifty, whether it will be able to take the resistance and beat the resistance, we need to watch. And it's making a 333. One candle magic has happened in Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty has made a candle of from 132 to 333, almost 200 points candle. And it's not still finished. It's making a rocket. So what the next candle? Next candle also moving upward, but our recommendation is not to enter this trade because it's a third big candle is going to make. It has crossed the resistance. Now 300 will make a support. We need to watch. Okay. That was an unavoidable call, and sorry for the interference. One candle has changed the fortune of many. Bank Nifty getting a resistance at 300 levels, and will it come down to the zone, or it will continue trading in that area and consolidate over there, and again it will move up. We need to watch. Ultra Cement. This was the reason I was saying, because if CPR breakout is there, yes, I understand it's a good trade, but for that good trade, you should not have any left candles. If the left candles is there, then kindly watch out for the left candle high to break, then enter the trade. Nifty is still in the range, and Nifty another candle. Now will the selling hit, because it says clearly, the market direction says clearly sell on high and buy on dip. Will it be a selling point? Any changes? Bank Nifty want to go up. It is making consistent effort to go up. It is in the bull move. It is again cross the levels and going up to 35,400. When back-to-back big candles are made, then we should be conservative in entering the market, because these back-to-back big candles will trap you. If you have an entry already, there is an entry, and we can wait by keeping a stop loss almost 75% of the second big candle. $400 levels, there is not much of resistance. The resistance are available at 500 levels only, but I don't know why it's getting struggle. Nifty Now Nifty is not supporting. Bank Nifty. Battery is draining like anything in laptop. HDFC is down. So it is HDFC Bank, it is pulled to Bank Nifty upside. Okay, then what about ICICI? ICICI also pulled Bank Nifty. Two banks pulling upside. Definitely Bank Nifty will jump like anything. Three banks, State Bank of India is also pulling upside. It will jump like anything. There is no hurdles. Major contributors are jumping: SBI, HDFC Bank, and ICICI. Nifty, same question. Bank Nifty dancing on the top. Positional traders sometimes get trapped by these kind of big candles. Bank Nifty on a rocket move, but there's a pivot also there. There's a PDH is there. but resistance levels are there. Entry at this point is difficult. No stopping for Bank Nifty. Selling pressure is there, but buyers are very demand and dominant. So we have bought, we have sold 35,700 in August expiry, and the stop loss we have kept over there. Let us see. Two big candles has changed the complete scenario. There is a breakout, and Bank Nifty has traveled almost from 3500 to 35,400. That is 395. So looks like Bank Nifty will make a head and shoulder pattern. So this, if we consider this as a shoulder, then this might be a head again on shoulder. This is the expectation level, but how it closes we need to see. Bank Nifty consolidating there itself. So let us analyze the positions. Let us see market making two big candles, one big move, and market trying to consolidate there. This consolidation will lead market to this direction or this direction. We need to watch the price action. As of now, it seems this direction, but continuously it's taking a resistance over there. When you check the options chart, we find there are unwindings. Option chart, there is unwindings in 400 levels, but 500 there is rigid, but 400 levels there is an unwinding. the open interest for Bank Nifty. In current level, there is small unwinding, but earlier that was not the session, and now it has called as a slight change. The support levels also it is increased. In 35,300 there is a huge support now, heavy support now. Let us see for levels. Nifty, same range, no change. It is trying to make an inverted head and shoulder. We need to check about the premium shrinkage levels in call buy option and put buy options. If a candle closes below 8 EMA and there is a possibility of Nifty traveling up to 20 EMA, but the current levels are in between support and resistance. Expiry levels have changed in Bank Nifty. It is 35,300 now. Bank Nifty taking a does hit our stop loss. Okay, due to unavoidable circumstances, we are closing the streaming here. Sorry for the disturbance due to some urgent requirement from home. So I'm stopping the streaming here and see you tomorrow.